Hello, lovely Terrasphere. Lucy here from the Moon Priestess. I'm here with a new comparison video. In this case, I want to compare size and and show you a cat, of course, as usual. No, I think size it's important because we have the spatial proportion and that sometimes lets the art breathe. So what I want to show you here now is a Thoth deck, as you can see. And this is a deck that has a lot of symbolism. The artwork, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's astonishing, I love it, but it's busy. So I actually already show you, the small size. Well, this is the standard size. And this is the large one, which comes in the green box. These are the ones by US Games. You can also get, I believe, the same size from AGM. And this is a standard size. I'll show you the ISBN. Let's see. There you have it. So that ISBN usually also comes in this box, which is a larger box, but it will only have the standard. And the rest is like, yeah, just that. You get a spread, but I don't really have much use for that. So yeah, the standard, and let me put this aside. Show you the ISBN number on the large one. There we go. So, putting this aside, to compare the sizes, there we go. You can see there's a big difference. Now you can see there's like 2 fingers here. I usually use my fingers as measurement. They're supposed to be like around 1 centimeter because I do centimeters. And here, almost 1.5, I'm gonna say. Yeah, 2 full fingers here, just 1.5 here. And we have the introduction about the Ordo Temple Orientis. This is Latin. Now, in the introduction about this deck by Aleister Crowley, or his point of view on tarot. So those are the cover cards. Let's keep them down here, and we'll start. So as you can see there, it's pretty much the same. I haven't trimmed this or etched it, so it's brand, well, not new, but they are like as they come from the box. The borders, everything. I haven't trimmed anything, so you can see the borders are pretty much the same. Now you can see the watermark there. For the majors, we only have watermarks as the trumps, but the minor arcana will have the corresponding suit as the watermark. Now we get the signed element. Now on the Hebrew alphabet letter, which Thoth loved to make those correspondences. And I do appreciate now that he, or his team, or his, and the entire people that work on this beautiful, beautiful deck took the time to do it. So I actually prefer the large one. Now people have said, well, but what if you do a large spread? Then the whole deck is not gonna fade. And I get that, but usually I think we thought one single card has a lot of symbolism, that I prefer to do small spreads, like 3 card, maybe 5, 6 card. And 9 card with the Thoth is not usually my thing. I know 9 card spreads are great, but I think with Thoth is like just way too much to me. This is just in my opinion, in my humble opinion, as usual. But here you can compare now and check like what resonates with you more, because I think this is a must-have deck. This is a deck that I know many people don't like, no, because we are like enchanted by RWS or by the Marcel. But I think this artwork also deserves a chance, and the messages it conveys, and I'm purposefully purposely talking while we have the Magus on camera, because I want you to give them a chance, to look at all the details, and yes, to give this chance a deck, please. Just one more note before we start the walkthrough slash flip through. I kept the order as the deck comes. So Thoth has a slight different order. You will see we have, for example, the major. We're not seeing the full first. The full actually comes after the universe or the world card, which is the number 21 card. So then you will have the full. And then for the court cards, he also has a different element, order, but also it's like from major to minor in a sense. So we start first with the knight, which is the equivalent to the king, then the queen, then the prince, then the princess, and I'll pause when we get to the first court card. But what I want to say there is like for Thoth, this tarot, and for Crowley, and I'm sure for Lady Frida Harris, who was the beautiful, beautiful painter behind this. So it's very important, to have the astrological association, as you can see, Mercury there. So because it was so important to have the astrological association, he keeps the astrological order, and when you go into the court cards, for him the knight is the mutable sign. And in astrology, you first start with your cardinal sign, then your fixed sign, and then your mutable sign. So in order to keep that progression, the knight, which is the last step, when we go into the court cards, will be the mutable sign, and therefore the king for him, it's the knight, and he will depict them with horses in most of the cases, but they are like sort of equivalent to kings. So this is an 8-minute intro because I like to talk too much, so let's get started. So, a high priestess, or the priestess, just in this case. Isis with that veil. And I think, let me know what you think, but in my opinion, the larger size conveys it like in a much more relaxed way. You can see all the details, all the details, from the artwork on the bottom, without really squinting or trying too hard. And on the regular size, it's like harder to see all those gorgeous details. Well, let's make it a little faster now. We have the Empress, the Emperor, our Aries there, Hierophant, Taurus. Yes, look like it breathes. I'll stop. The Lovers, Gemini. The Chariot, Cancer. Adjustment, Libra, or our dear friend likes to say Libra, but it's Libra. I don't mind either. I'm actually Libra, so I don't mind it. Or what we call the Justice. And this was also changed now to keep the astrological association. switch no with the 8 with the 11, no justice or adjustment with the force to keep the strength card, to keep the astrological association and the astrological progression on the signs. The Hermit, Virgo, we have Cerberus there. Yeah, this is a really cool card. Love it. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter. Lost or Strength for Leo in the 11th position. No, switch with the 8th position of Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. Our Scorpio. We have Art or Temperance, Sagittarius. The Devil. The Tower. I'm keeping the Devil because I think he wanted more screen time. Our lovely Tower with Mars. The Star with Aquarius. The Moon, Pisces. The Sun, as the Sun. The Aeon or Judgment as Neptune there. The Universe, Saturn or the World. And we go back to the beginning. The Fool. Then we start with the minor. He starts with fire or wands. So here in the watermark, what you can see there is wands. So we have our knight, which is the king, the equivalent to a king. Then we have the queen, the prince, and you can see in the prince, we sort of see the traditional knight with Rider-Waite-Smith or Marcel style decks, but here he calls it the prince, and you can see the movement, no, because he is, no, in a car pulled by a lion. But for him, I mean, this is not the energy of the knight, which the knight is a mutable sign, but the prince. And the princess, which will be the equivalent to our page. Then we get oppression with the 10. Strength. Swiftness. Valor. Victory. And you can see, if I already did this, but you will see, no, that a lot of these cards, Thoth has the keywords, but the depiction on the Rider-Waite-Smith, it's very, very similar, no? Our gentleman there on the horse with the laurel and the victory. Victory. Strife. Strife for 5. completion, virtue, dominion, and our ace of wands, or one. Then from fire, he moves into discs, or earth, or coins, or pentacles. Again, we start with the knight, and you can see the horse, the most stable horse of them all. Again, this is our mutable energy of earth, which will be Virgo. Queen. Yeah, I think especially on the bottom part, you can see much more clear the earth here and all the symbolism, no? Because these cards are full with symbolism. Like every little detail you look, there's a symbol there. I also believe that's why many people don't like Thoth, because yes, really, like the first time I saw it, I think it gave me a mild headache. And people who fully read with this, like large spreads or like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half sessions, do tell that it's really, really heavy, really, really packed with symbolism. This is like I wouldn't ask like, just like, I'm thinking this because every question is important, so I don't want to say one or the other questions are more important. But I will say, like, use this deck to ask something you really want to know, you're struggling with, you need insight. And in general, no, like, you don't play with tarot. Tarot is serious. Well, serious in the way that tarot never lies, no? So tarot is going to tell you the truth. So I wouldn't be messing around just with like, oh, I'm gonna play with this. And I think you can take it light, like, okay, I'm just having one card, daily advice. But even that, it's like real work. That's what I'm saying. And of course you can ask, no, you're just like, oh well, I don't know, any question, but take it with the powerful meaning that tarot has. That's what I'm saying there. So our Prince of Discs and the beautiful Princess of Discs. Then we get into the 10 of Discs, wealth, gain, prudence, failure, success. I like that, no? Failure, success, progression, worry, power, works, change. I love this card. And the Ace of Discs. So we went from fire to earth to air. So here we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I'm liking it. Our Queen of Swords. Prince of Swords. Now you can see the illusion of movement there. And the Princess of Swords. Then we got into the 10 with Ruin. Yeah, neither Rider Waite-Smith, neither Crowley or the Thoth deck thought the 10 of Swords was the greatest card. I don't know why. Yeah, that's why we have Marcel, right? 9 with Cruelty, Interference, futility, science, defeat, truth, sorrow, again, very similar to Rider-Waite-Smith, peace, and the ace. And we can see the crown there. So again, we went from fire to earth to air to water with our Knight of Cups. I really, really enjoy this artwork. Like the blues, the greens. Beautiful. Queen of Cups. Prince of Cups. Again, the idea of movement. Princess of Cups. You can see our tortoise there. 10 with satiety. 9 with happiness. 8 indolence. 'Devoir. And again, before, I mean, some people also don't really like the Thoth because it's very peepish. No, in the sense that you don't see a lot of, like, a clear picture, so to speak. Like with the Rider-Waite-Smith, you get a scenario, with each suit. But here I think the artwork, despite being a little peepish, you perfectly can see, the debauch here in the cups, with the artwork there really depicting the idea that it conveys. So yes, I think this is absolutely astonishing and beautiful and very, very well executed. Pleasure with the 6. Disappointment from the 5 of Cups. Luxury. Abundance. Love. Yes, love. And the Ace of Cups. And this brings us to the end. Now, the final card with the 2 triangles there, the flower in the middle, and the backs, the rose crest. So I hope you like this. It helps you decide, if you want the standard, because you want to do large spreads, or you want the large because you want to see much more detail, in each card. And I have my own point of view and I have my preference, but in any way, I'm saying, I always stress, you do you. In tarot, there is no right or wrong. We all have our own opinions, our own mind, and we're here, to share it. And it's excellent if you agree, but it's also excellent if you don't agree, because that creates all the richness pool that we have, and opinions on diversity, and deeply meaningful conversation. Like, how boring would it be if we all agree on the same? What's the point? So I think it's awesome to agree in many things, but I also think it's awesome to disagree in many things. So I hope you like, and let me know if you want to see more of these videos. I don't think I have many decks on different sizes, but I think for the Thoth, and I will be doing another one for the Rider-Waite-Smith, I think it's important to know which size works best for you. Bye bye, take care.